Hi, I'm Stuart J. Raj,
Raj.
and this is South by.
Southeast.
How do you motivate yourself during COVID lockdown?
Yes, that's a very hard, difficult one because
How do you get stuff done?
there's nothing much you can do. You know what's funny? I just found myself that I don't have enough time in this 24/7 forever lockdown.
We have an
It's crazy.
extra factor too, because we have our newborn
Yeah,
baby.
it's true.
So she's been changing things.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But the topic today is about how to motivate yourself when you're in lockdown.
And we've actually been doing a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you, my wife, Wimintra Cam, motivate yourself?
Let's talk about what I used to do before this thing happened, or even before I was pregnant. I think first thing we do in the morning used to be going to the gym.
Yeah.
And for me, running actually helps a lot. And I used to listen to like what was his name? Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
And those guys during my run. But then I found that running without anything in your mind is actually better.
Yeah, it's
And then
almost hypnotic.
Yeah, you can just focus on what right in front of you. Like that 50 meters in front of you, that's what you're going to be focusing while you run. So I found it motivating, so I can think about what I want to do in life, my plan, what I have done in the past, what I should do better. But now workout is not on my list of things to do.
Well, workouts in the gym or in the park?
Both, like I can't do both now
Yeah.
with my condition with the C-section and with the baby, with the lockdown, with the PM 2.5, whatever. So I just listen to Jordan Peterson in the shower.
And does that successfully motivate you?
Yeah, I like it. And also, listen to songs and dance myself through Adriana Grande song. That helps too.
Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting because first you mentioned Tony Robbins,
Yeah.
but then Jordan Peterson. To me, they're very different.
Yeah. I never actually listen to motivational speakers, but I found Tony Robbins years ago while I was running on a treadmill and I was bored, so I was listening to him. But later on, I'm like, it's like I like to be more focused on science. So I picked Jordan Peterson for that reason.
Yeah, I really like Jordan Peterson for a lot of stuff he says. Some of the stuff, though, it's a shame for me when he goes into the whole God bit. Because I think a lot of what he says is valid, and you don't need to have the whole thing based in God, because he sort of brings things back to God and this sort of Christian Judeo view.
But still, he has credibility to say a lot of what he said, because he's a doctor.
Yeah.
He's a shrink. Like you can kind of oh, okay, it makes sense. So I he's first thing in the morning I would listen to it would be Jordan Peterson or Dr. Daniel Amen, who's actually neuroscientist, neuroscientist. So that's
Yeah, and Jordan Peterson, he uses data, he uses science, and uses evidence.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
So what about you? How do you keep motivated during this 24/7 lockdown forever?
You probably know with me, the general way that my brain is always motivated is to create and build stuff. And so what's been happening, especially now, one, we've been learning more. We've been getting a lot more into different business areas.
Yeah.
And in doing that, I've been building stuff, I've been coding, and every problem now is opening a world of solutions to me using skills that I don't yet have.
So to sum that up is things that you don't know motivate you to learn more.
To learn more and
Or
then
to want to be better at what you already.
My brain right now in COVID is on fire. I've been learning stuff, I've been coding stuff, trying stuff, learning a whole bunch of new skills.
So you're one of those people that need to be motivated by problems.
Not
problems. Well, problems. You like to find solution.
My brain, now don't take this wrong, my brain will find problems even when they're not apparent, just because it wants to find ways of doing things differently or improving, or what if we did that? And then I'll go off onto a whole new thing, and then if I can't solve it, like for example today, I've written a script that's going to automate some things to do with our emailing system. And then I thought, wow, well then I could do this and this and this. And so I've been sitting, I don't have the skills to do this. So I learned the skills to do it.
So in a nutshell,
what I do is find something I can't do and then learn how to do it.
it's actually interesting.
Yeah.
To think about it, like,
Because you're never bored.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But then, okay, but there would be something like cooking that you wouldn't want to do. Like, would you find passion, or would you be motivated by learn how to, I don't know, make shortbreads, for example?
No.
Probably not. Yeah, see. So it has to be something that you also like.
Yeah.
Like a real problem.
You know what would get me though? Supposing I found somebody that was super passionate about shortbread and caught me with a story of why shortbread is amazing and has consumed their life, I would be very curious then to learn that and to get the information on shortbread.
Well, it's just shortbread. I would just give that example.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be anything
but for me,
passion.
but for me, that's it.
Like every morning you will find yourself with like things that you don't know. And you
New
wanna
stuff,
learn.
yeah.
But
But
that's
like I got new languages, and then like for example today, the other week I put out a clip on kids learning and how we're going to be running. I've had some amazing emails come in from all over the world, and today I had an email from this doctor, PhD, who is Ukrainian. His wife's Chinese, live in the US, and they've raised trilingual kids, and he has sent a whole list of different things that he's used to stimulate his kid's mind and develop a trilingual family. Just learning and going down those rabbit holes has been fun.
Okay.
And so I will constantly try and learn new things.
To motivate yourself.
Correct.
To motivate yourself to learn things, to motivate yourself.
Yeah, it's a cool cycle. This is why I learn so many languages.
Like I'm just trying to see how could I motivate myself to learn new thing. Like as in, you know, if you want to put that in an action plan, what would be the action to find new thing to learn?
Everything, because you're never going to be the best at something. So there's always something to learn. Okay. So
makes sense.
But coming back to that, there's something that I think both of us have been noticing since COVID lockdown, especially. There's a surgence of these trainers / life coaches coming up.
Yeah, because people are bored at home, right? They probably run out of things to do, but surprisingly we haven't run out of things to do.
What's your take on life coaches?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not like you. I can just say it right now that you will never find me signing up for a life coach or mentor class or anything. Or
any of those landmark forum or any of these crazy rah.
Like if I want an expert advice, I would actually personally. What happened to me speaking today? Personally, reach out to the experts. For example, if I want to know something about business, I would immediately reach out to people that are really good at what they're doing. Like I even personally talked to Fred Muad. I interviewed him for Hotel Intel as a luxury traveler, and I also interviewed him for my personal blog just to know. I want to know how he made it, how
he's a billionaire.
He's humble.
He's successfully running businesses.
Yeah, it's very very humble guy and such a nice guy. So I reached out to him and I asked. So for me, I will actually go for that kind of personality, character.
That's the thing. He's earned the right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the same. Like I used to be a Dale Carnegie trainer, and personally, I hate all this rah and getting people pumped up. You can pump anybody up, but then what happens after that? And they just drop. So how do you build this up? So doing some of these, it ate my soul, and I did some changing inside, and I got a bit softer towards it, but I still don't like it. But now seeing these life coaches, before with Dale Carnegie, it took me 3 years to get accredited just to run one course that lasted 12 weeks. Now people go away for a weekend and come back with a life coach certification, and they haven't even succeeded in their own life. How could they help somebody else succeed in their life?
Exactly.
So I think this is the right thing. We find a mentor who is successful
Yeah.
and proven a success and use them as a mentor.
And you know what? The best advice that I was given a long time ago, I don't remember from who, but it was something like the best advice to give to someone is just don't listen to advice, because not every advice applies to your situation.
Interesting. And okay, so here's the difference, and I think this is life coach versus advice. If somebody just comes and gives you advice without you asking it,
Fun.
you want to kick them in the teeth. Like yesterday, somebody was trying to, first of all, contacted you about business, and then they came back with a really harsh email saying...
Because I forgot to reply to the email like a few days ago, because I have literally 3,000 emails in my inbox every day. And I already replied a few times, said, yes, okay, we can do that, And then he emailed again a few days ago, and it might have slipped through the cracks. And
But it's not that you didn't
reply.
respond
No,
at all.
I
You
already
yeah.
did. And then he just emailed me again with this really unnecessary
and harsh and
advice.
saying, if you want to work with Westerners, you will find you'll have to do this. It's like putting on this white superiority thing, trying to teach an Asian how to work with the West, and you didn't ask for that.
No.
And
he was the one asking for you know, for
He was
our
asking for a-
platform
yeah,
to write. But anyway, so that's settled.
so,
I
but
told him
that's
to
that was advice that wasn't solicited. You didn't ask for it.
No.
He gave it. That's not welcome.
No.
But this is the difference, I think, with life coaches. Sometimes people actually might even know what they have to do, but they pay somebody to give them the advice they know they need, because maybe they give it value then.
Yeah. And okay, last question before we go. If you were to choose someone to coach you or motivate you or mentor you, who would that be?
It depends on what area, because I have so many different
Like,
areas.
okay, life coach, like someone who can actually tell you, Stu, you need to get up and lose 10 kilos. Maybe that's me.
Well, the 10 kilos, because at first I was going to say someone like Elon Musk. I know a lot of Elon Musk haters out there, but honestly, you listen, I think...
Maybe he also needs to lose weight.
That's the thing. He's not on weight loss, but it depends on the area. If it's weight loss or whatever, maybe it's one thing, or body training. If it's your mind, or if it's running business, there are other people. If it's language, there'd be other people. But the thing is, I would find the person who I think is the best and I respect, and then...
So if it was for me, okay, I reach out to for advice in different people, different area. But if I were to choose someone who actually will tell me to get up and get ready and do things and get it done and don't listen to bullshit and all that, it would be, again, Jordan Peterson and Dr. Daniel Amen, because Dr. Daniel is also, he I want him to scan my brain and just see how it works.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
But these guys have earned the right.
Yeah, no, but see, I don't need them to tell me that, okay, I need to go to, sign up for this or sell this and not sell that or stuff like that. I just need someone to just lay out the basic ground.
Because they don't actually actively go out looking for disciples.
No. Yeah,
This is the
exactly.
difference. And sometimes it's really cringy. We actually have certain people that we see often turn their own quotes into memes and quote themselves and then like their own memes or like their own posts.
I'm just trying to think.
That's a bit cringy. Yeah.
Yep. You
Yeah, I
have
think-
interesting friends.
No, well, so do you, because I think
No, I
you know
don't.
some of these. But there are several people that either will put up posts and then like their own post or like their own memes or quote themselves. And yeah, what I've seen is people like Jordan Peterson, or even if I mightn't agree with everything they say, they have earned the right, and they haven't actively gone out looking for disciples, almost like a cult that you see from other people who actively do it. But anyway, let us know. What do you think? How do you motivate yourself? And what do you think of life coaches? Are they necessary?
And do you need Stu to coach you?
Coach you? Well, in
Or
language.
motivate you.
Motivate you.
To learn language.
If you want to learn language, or your kids learning languages, that's something I can help with. But anyway, that's another thing. I'm Stuart J. Raj. This is
Women that
and
Raj.
this is South by Southeast. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.